If you would like an emotionally stable relationship, but your romantic interest is appearing cold, disinterested, or you feel like you don't really matter in their life right now, this video is for you. Hi, my name is Yenovah Tylervite, and I'm a dating and relationships instructor, here to help you manifest your desired relationship by offering you practical guidance and instruction. So you may be thinking about or reflecting on something hurtful that your romantic interest has done or said to you. They've stabbed you in the back, they've betrayed you. Maybe they carried out disproportionate actions, like sleeping with other people, or they harmed their own way of life, and you just want them to stop. You just want things to be different. You just want them to be in your arms and you in theirs. How can they not see that you are meant to be together, that you love them so much, and that it hurts you so much that they're away? Maybe you're feeling mature enough where you feel like it doesn't really bother you and you're living your own life, but something is still scratching you at the back of your mind and your heart, wondering what if things were a bit different, wondering why are things the way they are instead of how they should be. Being together, cuddling, kissing, building that life together, acknowledging you, accepting you, understanding you, appreciating you. I know what it's like to feel that way. I know what it's like to get betrayed. I know what it's like to get stabbed in the back, and I know what it's like to feel all those kinds of feelings. But unfortunately, identifying with this pain and identifying with this struggle isn't really doing us any favors. In fact, we may even inadvertently be blaming our romantic interest for our struggles, for our suffering. And that's part of the root problem. The root problem isn't necessarily even our romantic interest or their behavior. The root of our struggle is actually our approach, our response. And what I have come to learn in the past few years is that blame is one of the major contributing factors as to why we are where we are today. Blame feels good, even though it actually kind of doesn't at the same time. There's this scientific formula called the fundamental attribution error, where we assign fault and causation of our struggles to another person's character. They drink, they smoke, they tolerate horrible things in their life. It's just who they are. You might even think that way about yourself. It's just who you are. But I'm here to tell you that there is more to the story than just what appears on the surface. When you feel guilty or when you feel like shit, is it because it's who you are, or is there some other environmental factor that played a role? Likewise with your romantic interest, are there not other environmental factors that are playing a role in their choices and in their behavior? In terms of reconciliation or securing a romantic connection, we play a role in that environment. We play a role in the system, in the cogs. Our responses and our feelings and our thoughts ignite ripple effects that echo back to us. And if we're paying attention, we can start to notice things about ourselves and the other person that we may not have ever seen before. For example, let's say you see a parking inspector taking photos of your car and he's about to issue a ticket on your windshield. This has happened to me once, and the moment I turned around the corner and I look at him, in the blink of an eye, I felt this inner rage. And I felt this inner rage because I felt like this parking inspector is essentially threatening me. But in what way is he threatening me? Well, he's threatening to take away my money. In a sense, and taking away my money is threatening my existence. I didn't do anything. It's just an internal feeling that I experienced. But I'm glad that I felt that way, because now I can reflect on how someone else might feel if I was expecting money from that person. I did this with my own romantic interest once, and I could understand, I could look past the verbal abuse. I could look past the horrifying response. And I could see that there was something much more vulnerable underneath the surface, something much more real and human and amazing. If she were to answer the phone and then hang up almost instantly, I wouldn't take that as rejection. I would see past that. In the tones of her voice, I can hear she loves me. We look past the surfaces. If things don't go my way, I don't blame her. Instead, I look at myself in a radical, accountable way as myself just being the cause. And one thing we do that causes our reality to show up the way it does is by worshipping the things that we don't have. We worship the things that are in the world. We lust over our desires. We feel this incredible lack. We feel this incredible longing, and these feelings of lack and longing are shooting us in the foot. And what's worse, we listen to music on the radio or on Spotify, reinforcing these states, thinking that it's about love. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. See that betrayal? That reinforcing loop? That reinforcing cycle that validates your identity? Where your identity is standing? Where? It's about where it is. It's in that state of longing and lacking. And to him that hath, more shall be given. And to him that doth not have, even what he doth appear to have, shall be taken from him. Which means if you are rich in the state of lack, you are rich in the state of longing, then by all means have more of that. Because if you are rich in the state of longing and you are rich in the state of lack, then how can you be rich in the opposite? You are essentially worshipping lack and longing and this suffering. You are fondling it. Fondling is quite a sexualized word, but that's essentially what so many people do. They fondle the suffering. Now, that sounds all well and dandy. Now that may be a thing that you've just learnt. But what are you supposed to do about it now? Well, I guess you feel the opposite of that, don't you? You start being secure. You start making proper decisions. You start thinking ahead, 3 steps ahead, 10 steps ahead. Is the game of life and our relationships all about the end credit scene? Or is it about the skill? Is it about winning the game of chess? Or is it about playing the game of chess? If you make a wrong move, good, because you'll get your ass kicked and you'll be taught a lesson of what not to do next time. And you just repeat over and over and over again. You want to learn how to cook a new recipe? Well, you suck at cooking that recipe and then you keep trying and you keep trying until, voila, you kind of get it right. And repeat. In order to be strong in a muscular way, you have to keep being strong. You don't stop. You follow a rhythm. You take 2 steps forward and you take 1 step back. And one of the best ways you can do this is with someone who's got some skin in the game, like a teacher in the field. That would be me. And that's what I do. You got a question, I can help you. You want some personalized guidance and instruction? That's what I'm here for. And this is something I'd probably tell you at one point in talking with you, is that we cannot worship the thing that we desire. Because I've been reading the Bible from reverse, from Revelation backwards, and I've been reading other authors, and I've come to my own conclusion from experience that the one who has the things that they want typically doesn't really need them. The richest people in the Bible, even God's closest friends, they had an abundance of wealth, but they didn't worship the wealth. That's the key difference. You don't pedestalize the thing above you as if it's separate from you, and you don't treat the thing as if it's below you. You place the thing on a pedestal beside you. If you're a man, you don't have the pedestal equal. You have your romantic interest just a pinch lower. There's a reason for this. And if you're the lass, you have the man just a pinch above you on a pedestal. Not enormously, it's just a little bit. Long story short, if that confuses you, it just basically means a man should not be throwing his burdens onto a lass. Because if you want to be equal, then you share the equal burdens. And we don't want to be sharing equal burdens. In a partnership, to a degree, we share burdens, but not burdens of our own sex. Let the lass be feminine. Let the man be masculine. Let the lass adore her man. And let the man worship his queen, but not from a place of being a puppy. You don't sacrifice your integrity for the sake of the thing that you desire. This is what it means when the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. And it's not just money, it's the tangible things in life, your tangible desire. If you love your tangible desire to the degree in which you are willing to sacrifice your own integrity, you've lost the thing you desire. When you get the thing you desire, what was the point? You've sacrificed your integrity. You've kind of surrendered anything that made you valuable to begin with. And you're going to be more afraid of losing the very thing that you wanted. That's all I've got to say for this video. If you want to contact me, DM me here on TikTok, or if you want, you can email me. It's $90-something an email, or you can get on calls with me. Google Meets for now, and let's turn the ship around. You turn the ship around in the ocean just a couple of degrees, where do you think the ship is going to end up in a couple of years? That's the whole point. Love you, gotta go. Ciao.